Wow, you've made it this far. You've gone through 2 volumes of coin magic. Up until this point, everything that you've seen has been with just you, a few pieces of metal, and your 2 hands. We've seen some really cool magic, but now it's time to create real miracles. Sleight of hand can only take you so far. The introduction of a few pieces of metal that have been altered, what we call gaffs, can really create the difference between something that's cool and a real miracle. That's what you're going to get today in Metal 3. On this DVD, you're going to see the different types of gaffs, only the most practical. Then I'm going to show you how to maintain those gaffs. What happens if something goes wrong with those gaffs? Then we'll talk about the routines themselves. Only the most practical routines that you can use in the real world for your audiences. And then we'll discuss a few other points. Jason, how's it going? Good to see you, man. I have a couple of coins. This is a copper English penny. Please check that out. And also a silver Kennedy head $50. Make sure the coins are real and completely free of guile. Oh, that's a little bit of guile there. That's a Michael Lamar joke. Still not funny. 2 coins, a copper and a silver. We're going to try something with the 2 coins. First, we'll do a trick with the coins individually, and then we'll do a trick with them together. Starting with the silver coin. If I was to hold the little silver coin in the hand and give it a wave, it creates the illusion that the coin has vanished. The coin is actually here. If I was to take this little guy, hold it in the hand, give it a squeeze, it comes right back. Now, of course, that's the trick that just the silver coin is able to do. The copper coin has another special trick. You give it a little squeeze, toss it into the air, it completely vanishes, but you can catch it. It's just here, it's just invisible. If you give it a little squeeze, it too comes back. So far, so what? We'll try it again, but now we're gonna do something impossible. We'll use both coins. All you have to do is remember silver on your right, or on your right, copper on your left. Silver, copper, silver, copper. All I have to do is slowly close the hand around the coins, allow the thumbs to touch. That's the magic moment. Remember, silver, copper. Those 2 coins have now traded places. It's kind of interesting, yeah? Let's try this in your hands. Let's try this in your hands. I'll take both the copper and the silver and place them just there on the palm of your hand. If you could, slowly close your hand around the coins, turn the hand palm down, and then use your index and middle finger of your left hand to reach in and grab either of the 2. Let's see, which one did you get? You got the copper coin, of course, leaving the silver inside of your hand. So copper outside, silver on the inside. All you have to do is watch that spot. If I give the coin a little rub, you'll see that the coin has changed. Silver. If you were to turn the hand palm up, 1 finger at a time open, you should have, yes, the copper coin. And of course, you can examine both. All right, so here's the copper-silver routine. There's some really cool points to this. I really hope you dig it. What you need for the routine, a silver coin, this is just a Kennedy head $50, an English penny, and then 2 gaffs. Surprise, surprise. You've got a copper silver coin and a copper silver coin. Here's what happens. You're going to start with both coins in finger palm. You display the other 2 coins, so you just reach into both pockets and pull out the coins. These are the ones that the audience member knows about. You have them examine the coins. When you take them back, all you have to do is a friggin' shuttle pass. If you want to do it in the other hand, you can do it that way as well. But all you need to do is a shuttle pass to get the copper and silver coins into play. So those go down. When you place these down, you just drop the others into your pocket. Actually, in that case, it just hit my box, but so what? So now you have a copper and a silver coin. You're going to do a trick with each. Here's the first vanish. Now, from this side, you're only going to see the copper coin. From this side, you're going to see the silver. So let's focus on the silver. Here's what the sequence looks like. Now, you notice that throughout that entire thing, you only see the silver side of the coin. The copper side of the coin is never exposed. So I'll show you the coin. And again, from this side, you're only going to see the copper. The palm of the hand goes towards the audience. You place the coin on the palm of the hand. As you close the hand around the coin, the middle finger and thumb will drag that coin down the thumb and into classic palm, and you come away this way. Then this hand turns palm up, and you open the hand from pinky to index finger. Then this hand turns palm up, and this hand opens from pinky to index finger to show that the hand is gone. So this hand is this hand is shown empty, this hand is implied empty. So it looks like this. It's a very disarming vanish. From that point, you reach into the air and pretend to grab the coin. You come away, and you'll notice what I did there. The coin was in classic palm, and I dropped it into finger palm as I come away. So from here, the hand turns palm up. You drop the coin and pretend to take it from the fingertips here. That way you can display this hand empty. So from here to here, and then you simply place the fingers here and perform the Chris Korn production. The fingers remain stationary. As the hand turns in, the fingertips grab the coin. You open the fingers one at a time to reveal the silver coin. So up to speed, the entire sequence would look like this. That's the trick that you do with the silver coin. The copper coin is a little more complicated. You show the copper coin, well, let's just do the sequence. It looks like this. Take the coin, give it a squeeze, and it completely vanishes, leaving nothing in the hands except for, of course, the copper coin. What happens here is you do it on the other hand. You're going to place the coin directly against the finger palm, curl the coin around it, and bring the hand into a fist. Turn the hand palm up as you apparently toss the coin into the air. Then you can show this hand empty, so a spider grip vanish essentially from finger palm. Now you're going to get a cool changeover so that you can show both hands empty. The copper side faces you, the silver side faces the palm. You're going to use the thumb to grab the coin and bring it into this vertical position. It's important that the coin be below the heel of the hand this way, all right? From here to here. The hands come together, the fingers lock. Then you simply shuttle the coin across by retaking the coin in this hand, and the fingers begin closing, and it goes in the finger palm of the other hand. Then you reach into the air and perform the coin production here. That's the trick that the coins perform separately. From this point, what you do is you hand the coins to a spectator. You're going to place them not at the base of the fingers and finger palm, but a little higher, like a high finger palm, but they can see both a copper and a silver coin. It's at this point that your free hand is going to reach into the pocket and grab both the copper and the silver coin that you ditched there just a moment ago. Now you place the coins into their hand and you aid them as they close the hand, and then you turn the hand over. Now, what's interesting about this is that a lot of tricks use a single copper silver coin, and you have to do a lot of audience management. You have to remember where the copper silver coin is, get them to take the coin out that you want, and this is a lot. This is so cool because it's 2 copper silver coins, so regardless of how he opens his hand, there's always going to be a copper silver coin. It makes it super easy on you. So you have him reach in with his index finger and thumb and take out either coin. Once again, it doesn't make a difference. Now, a little audience management tip. From this point, the second he takes the coin out, take it back from him. That prevents the spectator from turning the coin over accidentally, and place it on the palm of the spectator's hand. Remember, you also have the real copper silver coin here. Hold the coin. Oh, also, the cool thing about this is it keeps the spectator from opening their hand prematurely. I'm going to take this coin from the spectator and leave it in an open finger palm position as I point to the back of the hand and ask them to watch that spot. Easiest friggin' trick in magic. All you have to do is turn this coin over and you have one of the strongest sequences on the planet. All you have to do is turn the hand over, rub for just a moment, allow the coin to rest on the fingers, and then curl back. Simply by doing that, pointing here for a little time misdirection. So now they're focused here instead of on the coin. Turn the hand over and then pull back. You get a color change. Bring this coin to the fingertips. They slowly turn their hand palm up, and because of the copper-silver principle thing that's going on, when he opens his finger one at a time, he'll have a silver coin. So you've got the copper-silver, shuttle it over, hand out the real coins. That's like a kick in the head. Hope you dig it. Guys, here's something really interesting with a Kennedy head $50. All you have to do is watch the coin as closely as you can. The magic happens on the count of 3. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Now it is a English penny. And that's kind of cool. So up to speed, that entire sequence. Trapdoor, I think volume 48. There's a really cool application for the copper silver coin by a guy named Howard Cohen. This is the way I perform his tap change. You just show a coin, in this instance a solid silver $50, and you can have the coin examined. You place that down, and then all you have to do is this. Touch the coin once, touch it twice. On the third time, well, maybe on the fourth time, the coin changes to a copper coin. And then, of course, that copper coin can be examined as well. What happens, you palm a copper coin. You place the copper silver coin with the silver side facing your hand, and in the other hand, you're going to hold the silver coin. Of course, you can do this all in the pocket as long as you know which side the copper silver coin's on. You palm the copper coin, you bring the copper silver coin out. If it's on the wrong side, you just flip it by your side. But it's important that when you bring this coin out, it's the real coin, you have it examined. Now you're going to perform what I call the true fingertip retention, or the true fingertip shuttle pass. You show a coin at the very tips of the fingers like so, and this is just the silver coin. This is the copper silver coin. Silver will be exposed towards your audience. As you display this coin and turn up, turn the hand palm up, this coin will simply fall into finger palm. At the exact same moment, this coin comes directly in front of the regular silver coin. The fingers will curl back to display this coin as you curl in. So from here to here, and you tap. That goes down, and the moment this coin goes down, you simply place this coin into the back pocket. It's gone, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Now you're gonna perform the tap change. There are several ways to perform the tap change. I like to use just my index finger as I tap the coin like so. Howard would use a Sharpie marker or a pen to tap the coin, like so. What happens in slow motion is you tap the very edge of the coin, like this. And as you tap the coin, you're tossing it into the air. And the coin will rotate on the edge of the pen to flip over. The same thing is true if you use the fingertip, like so. It's a knacky move. It's going to take a little practice. But when you get it, 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2. Usually works. 1, 2, 3. There we are. The coin will flip over. 1, 2, 3. Now remember, I still have the copper coin here. So when this changes to copper, all I have to do is a shuttle pass. So this coin is in classic palm. I'm going to drop this coin in the fingertip rest, and then you perform the David Roth shuttle pass. You're going to finger palm this coin as you turn the hand palm down. At the same time, this hand will turn palm up. Drops this coin onto the table, and this is the coin that can be examined. So I'll do the whole sequence up to speed once more, that way you can see it. So you have the silver coin examined. From this point, you do the true fingertip shuttle pass, and you go south. You place this onto the palm of the hand, and you count 1, 2, 3. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, and the coin changes into a copper coin, which can be examined. That's the tap change. It's a really knacky kind of a thing, but a very basic application for the copper silver coin. Don't dismiss it. It's a very powerful thing when you nail it. You know, I wanted to show you something really interesting, but I left my coins at home. Actually, I think we can just use this. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before. This is an American $50. You just can't see it because it looks invisible. But if I was just to rub it between the fingers like so, it would take size, shape, and form, and eventually it would look like a $50. I don't know if it looks like one yet. Does it? Oh, it does. Excellent. So that's one. But the trick I wanted to show you uses more than one. It actually uses two. There we are. All you have to do is keep your eyes Not on this one, but on this one. Because if I blow and squeeze, that coin just hangs in the air, which leaves just the one to go. And we'll take that one too, and it goes. No, of course they're not here, but all you have to do is watch. 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 And you'll see the first coin just here. The second coin comes right out of the center, and that's 2 pieces of silver. So with this routine, what I wanted to do was to create a production and vanish sequence which challenged you. Up until this point, we've done a few things that are pretty cool, but I didn't want to use a table. I didn't want to do it in a spectator's hand, and I wanted to give you a couple of new moves that you can practice. To start with this routine, all you need are 2 regular coins and an expanded shell. The shell goes on one of the coins, and that coin goes into classic palm with the mouth of the shell facing the palm of the hand. The second coin from the very beginning of the routine is underneath the watch band, or underneath the watch itself, like so. The first production is my handling of the Saul Stone / John Carney fingertip coin vanish, or the coin fingertip coin vanish. The way they would do this is they would hold a coin at their fingertips, and as they rotate the coin back and forth between the hands, the coin would vanish. I wanted to try this as a production so that you could see the hands completely empty, reach into the air, produce absolutely nothing, and over time you gradually see a coin appear at the very tips of the fingers, kind of like this. Now, of course, this is done with a shelled coin. Again, the coin is held mouth towards the palm of the hand. You reach out, grab nothing. Use cap's subtlety to show the hands empty as the hands alternate going palm up to palm down, as the middle fingers and thumbs pretend to need an invisible object at the fingertips. Now, as you swing from your left to your right, in this instance, my right to my left, 2 things are going to happen. Pretend that the audience is here. As you swing across, eventually this hand will turn palm down, the middle finger and thumb will contact the shelled coin, and the hand will turn palm up. To keep the coin from being seen, this hand will shield as the coin is brought underneath it. The thumb clamps down on it from underneath. Then the other hand comes in front. That way you can bring the coin around to the fingertips this way without it being seen from any angle. Eventually, you start pushing the coin towards the fingertips as you turn the hands palm up and palm down, and the coin will become visible. So up to speed from the beginning, it looks like this. It's a very magical production of a single coin at the very tips of the fingers. But again, the credit should go to both John Carney and to Saul Stone. Now that you have one coin, you hold it with the shell mouth up on the palm of your hand and a high finger palm, rather than at the base of the fingers for a traditional finger palm, a little bit higher up. But you're not going to finger palm the coin, you're going to leave it on the flat part of the hand, or leave the hand flat, and you're going to use the index and the pinky fingers to curl in just a bit to grab the edges of the shell, so that if you were to turn the hand palm down, the single coin would fall out and the shell would adhere to the hand. This is called front finger hold, which is the exact opposite of a back palm. So it goes into front finger hold. You turn the hand palm down, and then immediately place your thumb on the coin and pull the fingers back as you push the thumb forward to produce the coin. So that sequence would look like this. So from here to here. So you've immediately produced 2 coins from bare hands. Now the coins are going to vanish in a quick sequence. What's going to take place is you slowly close the hand. As you do, you allow the shell to fall over the single coin, allowing the 2 to nest. You reach in with your index finger and thumb and take out the single coin, and you perform a coin roll. And the interesting thing about this coin roll is it's with a shelled coin. This is credited to both my friend Bill Citino and Mike Gallo. It's just a small subtlety to show the hand empty aside from one coin. And the cool thing is, once again, it just sticks. The two just stick together. And as you perform the coin roll, knead this coin into nothing and cause it to vanish. Then you're going to vanish this coin up the sleeve. The way this works is you hold the coin shell mouth up, the shelled coin mouth up, and you're going to toss it into the sleeve using a variation of the pumpkin seed vanish from Bobo's Modern Coin Magic. In Bobo's, what's described is you hold the coin by the index finger and the thumb, and you squirt, and the coin squirts out of the hand. And you hold the receiving hand this way, so that the pinky contacts the edge of the jacket, like so, to create an elongated sleeve. And you squirt the coin into the sleeve, and then turn the hand palm up, and it causes the coin to vanish. I thought that was a cool idea, but wasn't a huge fan of the squirting action. I figured it would be a lot more direct to just toss the coin directly into the sleeve. But you still hold this position, that way they don't see the coin go into the sleeve, they see it go into the hand. It almost gets a retention of vision, like so. To further sell the vanish, you can immediately pull the sleeve back, which locks the coin into the sleeve, so that they can get that burn of the coin being isolated into the hand. Now keep in mind that throughout this entire process, you have your trusty expanded shell on the coin. So what happens is you're going to toss the two along this plane, along a single plane, like so. So when the coin goes in, the shell remains mouth up. And if you do this mouth down, there's a greater chance that the two will separate. But by doing it mouth up, they're more likely to stay together. So when you toss this into the sleeve, it stays along that same plane. You can pull the sleeve up if you like, toss, and the coin vanishes. It's at this point that I say, watch, 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 and reveal the next coin. What I do is I get this coin into my finger palm from the sleeve. The elbow is bent so that the hands are at waist level as I say watch. This hand falls, this hand rises to say watch a second time, and as I do that, I simply curl the fingers in and retrieve the coin from the sleeve as I say watch again, and now I've got both the shell and the coin here, and I roll the sleeve back and use the finger to push the watch back so that the coin is now visible. From this point, you simply do a shuttle pass, or in this instance, a retention of vision, a fingertip retention pass, which creates the illusion of a shuttle pass. So it looks like I'm showing the hands empty with the exception of this coin. We taught it earlier, but I'll show you again quickly. The coin's held between the index, the middle finger, and the thumb, and the other receiving hand has a coin in finger palm, the shelled coin. The hands come together. This coin goes in a finger palm. The other hand closes and immediately pushes the coin towards the fingertips. So like that. So from here to here. And then to produce the second coin, all you have to do is come directly in front, pull the fingers back, and separate. So from here to here. And from the front. Now to clean up, because immediately you want to be able to hand these out. All you have to do is place this coin, the shelled coin, into front finger hold, turn the hand palm down, so the shell is retained here. This goes in the finger palm, and as you hand these coins out to be examined, you can place this into your front jacket pocket, or in my instance, I've got a pocket here. It can go into your front or your back trousers pocket, and you're completely clean. Or you can use that shell to go into another routine, as you see fit. I hope you get something out of that. Pete, how's it going?
Yo,
good to see you. Here's a quick trick with a couple of coins. These are Morgan silver dollars. You can check it out. Make sure it's exactly what it appears to be.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's really heavy. Perfect. 3 little coins, but the coins aren't the stars of the show. The table is. Specifically, that spot just there. Does it feel solid to you? Just there.
Yeah.
Every single table has a soft spot where, with a little force and a little luck, you can cause a coin to penetrate straight through. That would be the first one. Let's try it again. Let's try it again with one of these. So that's the first one to go through. We'll place it just under the table. But remember that spot All right? We'll cause one of these coins to go through as well. So that's 2 here and 1 here. Excellent. Just hold your hand palm out. We'll take 2 coins, place your hand directly underneath the table, just about there, and I'll guide you. Perfect. And here's the last one. Watch. It goes through as well, and that should be 3 coins. All right, so in order to perform Submerge, which is a really cool coins through the table with the finale of the coin going through the table and into a spectator's hand, you'll simply need 3 coins that match and our good buddy, the expanded shell. In this instance, I'm using the Morgan dollar coins because they have a much nicer weight, a little heavier, and the sound when they clink together is a little bit more defined than using a clad Kennedy $50 or a Walking Liberty $50, which makes it really cool when the coins go through the table and you hear them clink. To begin the routine, you'll take all 3 coins. The coin and from the fan closest to the palm goes directly into classic palm position. The shell is mouth up. The shelled coin mouth up in your dominant hand. As you turn the hand palm down, you'll drop the shelled coin and the single coin, retaining 1 coin in classic palm, and spread the coins by allowing the coin to fall out of the shell, then the shell, followed by the regular coin. So you have the shell sandwiched between the 2 real coins with the uppermost real coin closest to your spectator. This hand falls naturally by the side so that the fingers either remain curled like this or extended like so. Either are very natural positions for the edge of the table. Either way, you have the coin so that it passes this edge. Because in a moment, you're going to drop the coin directly into the fingers, and you don't want it to hit this lip. So it's directly in classic palm. This hand is displayed empty. You show it empty as it slowly goes under the table, and you go forward until your elbow is almost at the edge. Then the elbow will backtrack. The hand will turn at the elbow so that you can drop this coin from classic palm without there being any motion here. Then you're going to place your thumb on the shell, your fingers on the uppermost coin, and allow the shell to nest and come away as if you have a single coin. From the front, without much change, it really appears as if you've taken the first coin. Now here's an old ruse. If you were to tap the coin underneath the table at the same time that you tap the table, it creates the illusion, even dragging around this way, it creates the illusion that the coin is still in the hand. To cause the coin to go through, you're going to snap this coin flat against the table on the underside as you pretend to push the coin through, and you can show this hand empty and then casually reveal that the first coin has penetrated straight through the table. From the performance, you'll notice that that looks extremely magical. You've shown this hand completely empty, nothing up the sleeve, or if you're even wearing sleeves, it goes under the table. You show 3 coins, cleanly take 1 away, tap, 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 they hear the coin, so you have that extra convincer, and then that coin goes straight through the table and you're able to remove it. It's a very magical sequence. From this point, you display these 2 coins singly, and then you perform a standard unnest by holding this coin, the shelled coin, in spellbound position. Your thumb will release pressure on the coin, and the coin will slowly fall into the fingers. Then you want to snap this coin into a vertical position, and you perform this action by quickly allowing the thumb to slide down the backside of the coin so it's held by the thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger. This action can be made a little bit more deceptive by having the 2 hands mirror one another. So you display the 2 coins, and you snap both coins to the fingertips. You're going to place the shell in front of the regular coin, and as this hand goes across the body to place these 2 coins down so that the shell is closest to your audience, you simply classic palm this coin and then place the hand back at the table's edge naturally. From this point, you'll take the single coin, place it onto the palm of your hand, almost in an open classic palm display, and place it under the table, up to the elbow, backtrack, and drop this coin to the fingertips. I like to rest it right on the middle fingertip so that I can come forward up to the table's edge, and you have this really nice display of all of the fingers being completely empty with the exception of the coin. So it looks like the hand's really empty, even though you're holding out a coin. Of course, it's not as deceptive when you're using a transparent table, but you'll get the idea. From this point, you're going to nest the coin into the shell this way. Do that same tapping procedure. Snap, and then allow this coin to drop against the first so that you can show the hand empty, and then you come away with 2 coins. Now, this is where the routine gets really cool. You turn the hand palm up, you pick up the coin, the shelled coin, and hold it in finger palm, mouth up, as you ask a spectator to hold their hand out. As they begin to hold their hand out, you simply curl the fingers in, dropping the coin out of the shell directly into classic palm position. So you're using a Ramsey subtlety here, a palm up Ramsey subtlety, and you have 1 coin at the directly in classic palm. When you turn the hand palm down, you place the shell onto the table, and you've got the coin in palm here. So it just appears as if you're saying, hey, look, hold your hand out for just a second, and you place the coin down, and you have the coin in palm. You hand them 2 coins under the table, or on top of the table. Would you mind? I'll get a helper to come in. So you take the 2 coins, and you have them place their hand directly under the table. Your hand cleanly goes onto the table, and you're going to load the coin directly onto the thumb from classic palm. It's kind of like the Slidini imp pass, but what Slidini would do is bring the coin into thumb palm to produce the coin. Instead, you're going to load it so that it can go underneath. Now, what you're proposing to do is grab them by the wrist to bring them to the spot where the coin is going to go through the table. Notice how my thumb is on top, the finger is underneath. Now that you have a coin here, you really can't grab by the wrist because you need to get this coin to the hand here. So you're going to use an idea that I came up with independently. I just found out that it's by Johnny Benzeas for a cards through the table. What Johnny would do is hold a card by the thumb here, and then use the index finger as if it was the thumb and place the fingers underneath. Your spectator can't feel the difference. And he would cause a card to penetrate straight through the table by releasing. But this has never been done with coins before, and especially not from this position. So now they feel as if you're holding on to their wrist. You display the shell, place it into an open classic palm display. Instead of, you can't get that same tap because you don't want this to fall. So all you do is you show, allow this to fall into the hand. It's sticking to me a little bit, a little humid. Let's try it again. It goes through. You release their hand. That way you can show as you ask them to bring their hand out. Now at the same time, because some people may suspect this hand, so as you bring this hand up to display the 3 coins, this hand will casually come back down. You'll just curl the fingers, drop the shell so that you can show this hand empty. You take the 3 coins back from the spectator, and you simply add those 3 coins to the shell, and you're clean. That is Submerge. I hope you enjoy it. So I want to show you something interesting using one of these. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before. This is actually a Morgan dollar. Of course, a little coin that you can check out. Now, keep in mind throughout this entire thing that I have no sleeves and there's nothing else inside of the hands. That'll bother you later because I have another coin that I keep just here and a third one just there. 3 little coins, 2 hands. All you have to do is watch. If I blow, I can cause 1 coin to travel from here to here. In order to get a coin to travel to this hand, it has to go up the arm, across the shoulder, down the other side to arrive at the fingertips, and that's 2. And even though you don't hear them go across, they do, and that's 3. Which kind of makes you wonder why I even keep that hand closed. Watch the top one. If I take this little coin, give it a squeeze, I can shrink it up into absolutely nothing, causing that coin to completely vanish, which leaves only 2. Watch this one. Just like the first, and as quickly as it came, it too goes, which leaves only 1. And you know it's going to happen, but this guy likes to play. It likes to jump from here to here, to here, and then back. Now I'll show you what we're talking about. Watch the sky as it completely goes. And that's a trick with 3 coins. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the performance of a trick that I call Ode to Lotta. It's my tribute to the great, late Jeffrey Lotta. He had a trick in his second set of lecture notes. The lecture notes themselves were called 7 the Hard Way. The trick was called A Trick with 3 Coins. In my opinion, it is probably one of the most perfectly orchestrated and constructed coin effects ever conceived. I really encourage you to seek it out and learn it. You can learn it from the New York Coin Magic Symposium DVDs. The volume eludes me at the moment, but it's definitely there. Also, it's on the Coinvention DVDs. This is more of a structural rehandling of the effect. There were some things that I wanted to change to fit my personality that I hope that you enjoy as well. But the basic setup is the same. You have 2 regular coins and an expanded shell, and there's a production of the 3 coins, the coins across, and then the vanish sequence. Let's get into it. So again, you start off with 3 coins that match. In this instance, I'm using Morgan dollars. 1 coin will be shelled. That goes into Downs palm, like so. The other coin goes into Downs palm directly beneath the shelled coin. You can get into this situation in your pocket. You just have the shelled coin mouth upward in your pocket, place the index and middle fingers around the entire stack of coins, rotate everything directly into Downs palm, bring the hand out of the pocket, and you're ready to rock. The first production, in my handling, you just reach into the air and you show a bit of nothing. You place that bit of nothing into the palm of the hand. You show it again, and as you curl in, your index and your middle finger will curl in, grab the lowermost coin, curl around it, and as the fingers extend, it brings the coin out. You can't see this, of course, because the fingers are blocking the view from the audience. You snap the coin up between the index finger, middle finger, and thumb, curl the hand around, give a little squeeze, and that produces the first coin. Now you're going to perform a sequence which really makes it appear as if you only have 1 coin, and you'll be concealing the shelled coin from view for just a moment, but you're going to switch the regular coin for the shelled coin. It looks like this. It's a very simple thing. Perfect economy of motion. Jeff really hit the nail on the head when he came up with the sequence. 1 shelled coin in Downs palm, 1 coin at the fingertips. You show the hand empty. The hands come together. As the hands come together, you finger palm this coin. This coin goes directly into finger palm position. The other finger is open. The index and the middle finger are in a perfect position to grab the the expanded shell and regular coin by their edges and take it away. So once more, you show the coin that goes in the finger palm, that's exposed. And of course, you can go back and forth with very little work. It's an awesome little sequence. Alternatively, you can also use edge palm. It's very similar to classic palm. In classic palm, of course, the coin is flat against the palm of the hand. Edge palm, you place the coin this way. To get the coin, just to go over how to get the coin there, all you have to do is you're going to hold the coin between the middle fingers. They curl in as if you're placing the coin into classic palm, and place the coin directly into edge. So from here to here. So you have 1 coin in edge palm, 1 coin at the fingertips. You simply drop this coin into finger palm, curl in, and come away. So it's the same type of a sequence, just a different concealment. So it's all going to be about your preference. Whether you feel more comfortable with a classic palm type technique or the Downs palm type technique. Either way, you're simply going to have this coin examined, you'll take it back, you'll shuttle it out. The interesting thing about this particular sequence is that it appears as if all 3 coins have been examined by the audience. You display this one gets examined, you do the trade-off, and now you're going to hold this coin in spellbound position. You take it from the fingertips as you show this hand empty, middle finger's on top, thumb on the bottom, and then rotate that shelled coin upward. You have one coin in finger palm, and as you come directly in front of the shelled coin, you produce this coin. At the same time, you simply release the pressure with the thumb, and that shelled coin falls directly into your finger palm position. It's completely covered as the hand crosses over. So that's the second coin. Snap this coin up with between the middle finger's index finger and the thumb, and then you place that shell against this coin. And then you simply reach over and produce this one. Place this coin on top, so from the front it really appears as if you have 3 coins in a spread. The next move, which gets us into the coins across sequence, makes it appear as if you've placed all 3 coins into the hand. Of course, you've secretly retained 1. The way that works is you're placing the thumb on the uppermost coin, the index finger on the middle coin, the middle finger on the lowermost coin. What happens is, as the hand begins to close, the index finger releases its grip on that uppermost coin, on this coin, the middle coin, and it nests into the shell as you begin closing the hand. But then the thumb will start pulling back to draw this coin into a finger palm position as the hand closes and comes away. Up to speed, you don't have to make a move out of it. It just really appears as if you're placing the coins into the hand. You also get an extra bit of burn because there actually is silver in the hand, as opposed to just doing a regular retention where they get to see a bit of silver in the hand, even though there is nothing. So this is a convincer that there is money in the hand, because you can even flash it if you want. So from this point, you're going to produce the first coin in the coins across sequence. You can use the Ramsey subtlety to say what's going to happen is one at a time, you're going to see the coins as they travel from this hand to this hand. The coin is in finger palm. As you reach over, tilt the hand at the wrist to point here, you're simply going to push this coin up towards the middle finger and tilt it down just a bit so it's hidden behind the hand, like so. To produce the coin, you turn the hand palm up. And as you turn the hand palm up, you're going to exchange the middle finger for the index finger. So from here to here. Up to speed, it creates the illusion that the hand is empty, because they see the palm of the hand, now they see between the fingers, and now there's a coin. That's the first production. While this is going on, you're going to slide the shelled coin into heel clip. To discuss that briefly, the coin is in the hand, like so. You simply use the middle fingers to boogie it down until it's about 85–90% out of the hand, like so. You keep that parallel to the floor and the ceiling, like this, and keep it close to yourself so you don't flash. Now you're going to bring this coin into spellbound position. As you say, in order to get the next coin to go across, in order to get one coin to go across, it has to go up the arm, across the shoulders, and down the other side. And that's how you produce the second coin. What you've really done is stolen the shelled coin from heel clip. So you have one coin here, and as the hands come together, as soon as my left hand is blocked by the back of the hand, you drop this coin into finger palm. Use the same fingers to grab the shelled coin, and then you go up the arm, and as you say you go across the shoulder, you're going to produce the coin from finger palm. The way to do this is to simply curl the fingers in as they contact the shelled coin and push it forward, and you reposition. So you continue across and then down, and the audience immediately sees 2 coins. So up to speed, it would look like this. In order for one of these coins to get into the hand, it has to go up the arm, across the shoulders, and down the other side to arrive into the other hand. To produce the third coin, you're going to use the Jeffrey Latta shell unnesting move. The middle finger and the thumb contact the shelled coin from the sides. The index finger and ring finger contact the edges of the shell. By tilting the hand towards yourself, gravity allows the coin to fall outside of the shell so that it rests on the pad of the thumb. Pushing this coin forward, you produce it simply by levering it on the edge of the coin and applying a little pressure. So up to speed, that's how it looks. Just like so. In context, you have 2 coins that have just been produced. They believe you still have 1 coin here. Another great thing about this is it doesn't appear as if the hands have ever come close to one another. You come up by the ear to listen to the sound the silver makes. At the same time, you do the unnesting sequence as you spread, and you come down and notice that the 3rd coin has gone across. So up to speed, from the moment that you place the coins in the hand, the sequence would look something like this. So 3 coins. All you have to do is watch. 1 coin travels from here to here. In order for a coin to arrive in this hand, it has to go up the arm, across the shoulders, and down the side, and that's 2 coins. And even though you don't hear them go across, they do, which makes me wonder why I even keep the hand closed. That's essentially directly from the Jeffrey Lotta sequence. Now let's talk about the vanish. You're in a situation where you have a coin, a shell, and a coin, but again, from the front, it looks like 3 regular coins. To make the first coin vanish, you simply pretend to take the top coin. Don't cover everything, only cover the coin that's to be vanished. Simply cover that coin, slide that coin into the shell, and then come away. So again, take that coin, slide it into the shell, and come away. Give it a squeeze, crumble it into absolutely nothing, and the coin will vanish. At this point, you can show the coin singly. Place the shelled coin back on top. And instead of sliding a coin into the shell, you're simply going to use the thumb to pull this coin at a diagonal towards the palm of the hand, like this. So you pretend to take the coin, and you come away like so. The coin just rests in about this position, obstructed from view by the coin and the fingers, like that. Give this coin a squeeze, and this one goes. Now use the index finger and thumb of your free hand to slowly pull this coin away. That way it doesn't make any noise as it comes across. You can open the fingers up just a bit as you do so, like this. So this goes in a finger palm. Now at this point, you're going to perform a sequence that Jeff Lotta it was a really powerful sequence. He would push a coin down his sleeve and produce it on the other side. He'd push a coin down the sleeve and produce it on the other side, and then it would go to the other hand. It was a very magical sequence. But again, for my handling, I wanted to change it up. I wanted to create more of a pop. I wanted to appear as if the coin was at the fingertips and instantly arrived at the fingertips of the other hand. Let's talk about how to do that. Remember that you have the shelled coin with the shell mouth up in this hand, and in the other hand, you've got the coin at the fingertips. 2 actions will take place simultaneously, a vanish and a production. Hold the coin at the fingertips, and what's going to happen is you're going to concentrate on allowing the hand to open, like this. And as the hand opens, the coin doesn't rotate, it simply falls into that position. Up to speed, like this. Imagine using the French drop, the same type of an action, but instead of the coin being held in spellbound position, it's held vertically, like so, and the thumb doesn't remain stationary as with the French drop. It hitchhikes outward, like so. The hand gets flat, but the fingertips remain curled. That way, you don't see the coin from the front. And just like using Down's palm, you want to make sure that the angles are such that the fingertips are on par with their line of vision. That way, just by keeping the fingers curled just a bit, you can't see it. So like so. That's the vanish. The production is much easier. You've got the shelled coin in finger palm. You simply place the thumb on the coin and allow the coin to rest, the shelled coin to rest on the pad of the thumb, and simply by pulling the fingers in and then turning the shelled coin towards your audience, you produce it. But again, when you combine those 2 actions, it really creates the illusion that the coin flies from here to here. You'll separate the hands and perform the same sequence on the other side. Now keep in mind that this is a shelled coin. It may talk just a bit. So you want the coin to fall softly into the hand, meaning that you want the coin to slowly drag into the hand. So from here to here. But again, you still want it to fall into the flat hand, fingers curled in. So from here to here. You talking will cover any small noise that the shelled coin hitting the palm of the hand makes. So once more, from here to here, you come away, you'll drop this coin into finger palm, produce this coin, turn the hand's palm down, and place the coin into this position. To get the coin into this position, holding the coin in finger palm here, you're going to open your index and your middle finger to receive the shelled coin, and push the thumb against the regular coin, so it just looks like you're holding a single coin. Now you're going to make the shell coin and the other coin vanish all into the same hand. The way this is going to work, you place your thumb on the back of the single coin, your ring finger will rest on the edge of the shelled coin, and as you close the hand around everything, you squeeze the two coins together and both coins go into nowhere palm. That being the third finger curl palm, another Jeffrey Latta invention. So the coins go into nowhere palm, but it's going to be more like a spider grip vanish, because you're going to tilt this hand away as if it may be holding a coin, and then come forward to extend the fingers to show there's nothing in the hand. As long as you keep the coin parallel to the floor and the ceiling, just like so, it shouldn't be visible. So you give it a little squeeze, and you're here. Now, if I was to tilt the hand here, of course you would see the coin. If I tilt here or here, also you would see the coin. So boom, the coin vanishes, and then immediately after showing that the coin has vanished from here, you open this hand and show it empty as well. You can then push these coins into finger palm simply by rotating, placing the thumb under the entire stack, pushing them securely into finger palm, and you're complete. Again, this is my tribute to the late, great Jeffrey Latta. It's called Ode to Latta. I really hope you give it a try. Guys, I want to show you something interesting with 3 coins. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Let's get started. So you have a flipper coin. The first question you'll end up asking yourself after you've played with the gaff is, well, what do I do with it? Here's a really interesting 3-coin production which will allow you to segue into any 3-coin routine you'd like to perform. You'll need a flipper coin, a regular coin, and if you want to be able to produce a 3rd coin towards the end, you can have that under your watch or under a spectator's cell phone or anything like that. But for the purposes of this particular production, we're just going to use the flipper coin and 1 regular coin. You have the flipper coin in one pocket, you have the silver coin, the other coin, the matching coin in the other pocket, and you bring both hands out. The reason this is called the Pac-Man production is because of the way the flipper coin is held in the hand. The coin will be held in a finger palm position with the thumb between the shell of the flipper coin and the insert of the flipper coin, as if Pac-Man was eating your thumb. Basically, what's going to take place is your thumb will push forward, allowing the coin, the shell of the flipper coin, to lever forward in the hand to be displayed. From the front, it looks like this. The question then becomes, well, how do you get the coin into this position? There are 2 ways, well, technically 3, but really 2. One way to do this would be to have the coin in finger palm with the part of the shell, with the part of the flipper that's ready to open towards the palm of the hand, just in your finger palm. And what's going to happen is you use the thumb to lever that portion upward, like so, and then get it into position. You would do this one-handed. The flipper coin that I'm using is a little tight because I just put a brand new band on it. But this is a gravity flipper coin, by the way. So we just lift like so. There we are. Like that. You place your thumb in it, and you're right there. That's one way to do it. So if you don't have a new band like I do, it should work every time. The second way to do this is to clip the coin, the portion of the flipper coin that doesn't move, between the index finger and the middle finger, like so. So as you bring this out, you just orient the coin so that you know the portion of the flipper coin from the shell side that doesn't move. I know that it's going to be just here. And you clip that between the index finger and thumb, and you can pull straight down, or you can drop the hand. To motivate dropping the hand, just bring the hand together as you massage the hands like so. Or once again, you can just pull down with the thumb. Once the coin is in this position, you can maneuver it with the hand by the side to get into the Pac-Man production preparation area. So when you're ready to perform, remember you have 1 coin in finger palm, you've got the flipper coin clamped or palming your thumb. All you have to do is push the coin forward, and that's the first production, being careful not to let the insert of the flipper coin be seen, so it'll be hidden behind the fingers. Then you simply push this coin to the fingertips by holding your thumb on it and pulling the fingers back as the thumb pushes forward. So like this. And as soon as the coin is visible, open the other finger so they can see there's nothing else in the hand, and then immediately open all 3 of the other fingers to reveal the insert of the flipper. The timing is that you count off 1 and you look here, then you look over at the other hand, produce the second, and then open the fingers to produce 3. So it's a very easy yet magical sequence. So the timing once again, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. And that is the Pac-Man production. Credits to my good friend Robert Moreland. This is his sequence from his lecture notes, Weapons of Choice. I hope you give those a try, but also give this routine a try because it's a very magical production of 3 coins with minimal effort. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Remember, like I said, you can have a 3rd coin anywhere that you want. Let's say under a spectator cell phone that you've loaded there from the beginning of the routine. So you produce 1, 2, 3. And then to produce the 3rd coin, all you have to do is let the flipper coin close as you turn the hand's palm up and show 2 single coins, and they'll ask where the 3rd coin went. They said it just takes a moment and the coin arrives, and then you lift the cell phone or whatever the impossible object is and display the 3rd coin. So again, to cause the coin to vanish, let's open the flipper coin once more. You're just here, and all you have to do is drop the hands. The flipper coin will close to display 2. So from the front, from here, you just drop. And 1 coin immediately vanishes with absolutely no work, no palming whatsoever, and then you just show that the coin has arrived elsewhere. You can even do it under your watch if you like. That way you can show all 3 coins. And again, credit to my friend Robert Moreland. His lecture notes again are called Weapons of Choice. I definitely encourage you to pick those up. Here's a really cool change, almost like a spellbound, which will leave your spectators wondering what happened. It's not a quick move. Actually, it looks better the slower you do it. It's called the glitch change. Let's take a look at it. Here's an American $50. If I was to rub this coin, I could create the illusion that the coin looks like an English penny. Of course, remember, it's just an illusion, because it is still an American $50. That's the glitch change. The glitch change is the brainchild of my friend Bill Satino and I. We were hanging out at Fechter's and we're playing around with spellbound moves. This is one of the things that we came up with. You start off with a coin like so, give it a little rub, and it changes to copper. Give it another little rub, it changes back to silver. This is a very easy trick. It uses a copper-silver coin. It's a coin that has 2 separate coins that are fused together, which is an interesting thing. That was the catalyst for the glitch change. Bill and I then said, well, what if you wanted to show the coin on both sides? So we took our old buddy, the expanded shell, put the 2 together. Now it looks like a silver coin through and through. So the expanded shell has a tail side on it. The copper-silver coin that I'm using, the silver side has a head. This way, when you place those 2 coins together, it gives the illusion of a full coin. In order to perform the glitch change, all you have to do is use front finger hold to grab the shell, use the thumb to pull that top coin down, and then maneuver the coins so that the expanded shell is visible at the fingertips, like so, and the other coin would be hidden behind by the thumb. The other hand is shown freely, and this coin is just barely out of view. And you place this coin to the front. Slowly bring the hands together so they have every opportunity to see the shell, which they believe to be just a silver coin. And then you simply pull that shell backward, leaving the copper-silver coin, copper side, out in its place. Pause for a couple of seconds with the hands just millimeters away from one another. And then bring the hands together, placing that silver coin directly in front of the copper-silver coin, copper side out. Slowly allow the 2 to coalesce behind the cover of the fingers, then pull away to show the silver coin again. and then you can turn the coin front and back and show the hands completely empty. Now, at this point, people may want to see the coin. So all you have to do is, as you show, one hand will drop by its side, reach into your pocket and pull out a real coin, and then do a shuttle pass type action to substitute this gaff or a set of gaffs for a real coin. Once again, the strength to this particular illusion is how slowly it can be performed. The slower, the better. And it really creates a very magical moment of one coin changing into another. And again, this is the glitch change. Three little coins. Watch the first one. If I take the little coin and give it a squeeze, I can make it invisible and I can give that to someone to hold. Of course, that leaves just two little coins. Watch this one. I'll take this one, give it a little squeeze. It shrinks up into absolutely nothing. I can give someone that one to hold on to, which leaves just the one, which I can toss away, and that leaves nothing. That's 3 coins. So I hope you enjoyed the performance of the 3-coin vanish using the flipper coin and shell. So just like the Pac-Man production, you start to wonder what you can do with this gaff, or this set of gaffs, because this uses a flipper coin and an expanded shell. Now, the flipper coin doesn't have to be a gravity flipper, so any flipper coin will work for this particular routine. The way you want to orient the coins after you've produced them is to have the regular shell, the shell of the flipper coin, lowermost. The insert of the flipper coin is the middle coin, and the expanded shell is uppermost and closest to yourself. So a way to produce the coins to get them into this position is to do like the Pac-Man production. And then as you bring the hands together, simply turn this hand palm down and just place these coins here. But you don't have to do it, that exaggerated. You literally just turn the hand over and show the 3, which places the coins directly into that position after you've performed the Pac-Man production by Robert Moreland. So again, shell, insert, expanded shell. Looks like 3 coins from the front. You hold the coins in your dominant hand. Remember, I'm left-handed, so this would be your right hand if you're right-handed. All you have to do is use the thumb to pull down at a diagonal towards the palm of the hand. So it'll look something like this, just like that. Simply use the thumb to pull that expanded shell down. To make it appear as if you're taking the coin, simply come forward and only cover the coin that's to be vanished. So come forward this way, do the pull down, come away. Exposed view, take the coin, come away. You give it a squeeze, pretend to hang that in the air, or you can place that into a spectator's hand, a souvenir. From this point, you're going to use a move by my friend Jonathan Brown to show these 2 coins separate. Remember, your situation is that you have the expanded shell behind the flipper coin that is open. So to keep from making a move out of it, simply drop the flipper coin into the other hand, and as soon as you do that, the flipper coin will close and the expanded shell is now visible. So they immediately see 2 coins. There's a little bit of noise, but in the context of the trick, you don't really pay much attention to it. It sounds like the coins separating one from the other. So it is slightly discrepant, but it flies over the heads of the spectators. So 2, 1. They see 1 coin at the fingertips, 1 coin here. From the back, once again, it simply looks like you've dropped 1 coin into the other hand. Pick this coin up and place it on top of, but behind the expanded shell, so that you have the flipper coin ready to nest into the shell. Transfer the coins to the other hand as you pretend to grab this coin, shrink it up and hand it to a spectator over here as a souvenir. You simply allow the flipper coin to nest into the shell as you cover only the coin that's to be vanished, give it a squeeze, crumble it up, and then hand that to the spectator or hang it in the air, depending on the routine. Now you're in a perfect position to perform what's commonly referred to as a spider grip vanish, which was originally popularized by a French magician named John Caroly, C-A-R-O-L-Y. Michael Skinner has some work on it, Ed Marlowe has some work on it, Michael Gallo has work on it, but basically the idea is that a coin goes in the classic palm. And the idea is that the coin really goes into the hand and you cause it to vanish. And then immediately are able to make it appear as if there's some suspicion with the other hand, and then you can open that hand casually to show that the coin is not there either. So it's kind of like a double feint vanish. You want them to believe that you're not taking the coin into this hand, and then you're able to show the coin, but it's a double feint because you really are taking the coin. So let's talk about that one more time so that you can get a better angle. You're holding the coin at the fingertips, or the shelled flipper coin and shell set. You're going to take it into the palm of the hand, close the fingers around it, the middle finger and thumb will grab the coin and push it into the palm. You close the hand and turn the hand palm towards yourself, and you toss the coin towards the floor, and this hand will fall naturally by the side. And this hand is held cupped in an unnatural position to create a little bit of suspicion. So after you've tossed the coin, you just leave this hand here, then you can look at the hand, look back at them, and show that there's nothing else in the hand. So that would be the third coin. So once again, it would look like this. So boom, the last one, and that would be all three. So again, this is a really cool routine. It's a great way to follow up the Pac-Man production by Robert Moreland, and it really gives you an opportunity to showcase some of the moves possible with a flipper coin and shell combination. I really think you'll like it. Dude, how are you?
Doing great.
Good to see you. We're at a bar.
I love it.
Awesome.
Like you do the place.
You want to see a trick?
Of course.
Got something for you. First, I'll do two tricks. First, I'll show you something that you can do. Then I'll show you something absolutely impossible.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You know how to operate one of these, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Trust me, it gets better. All right, watch. Hup.
Nice.
Magic. Well, like I said, it's something that you can do. Now I'll show you something absolutely impossible. In my pocket, I have a couple of things. Should be 4 of them. Let's see. There we go. 4 little pieces. These are pieces of wish paper. Now, anytime I touch it to a flame, it changes into whatever I want. Because this is a family show, we'll make sure that it's something G-rated. Let's wish for some money. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and give the lighter a little flick. And if you watch, it changes into a little coin. Now, that's a solid silver $50. Would you like to see it again?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Let's try it one more time. Would you mind giving the lighter one more flick? And watch. That's 2 solid silver halves. Let's try it one more time. Whew, that's interesting. 3 pieces of silver. There's a problem, though. These coins don't really exist. Remember, they started as pieces of paper that came outside of this purse. We're going to reverse the process just a bit. If you don't mind, just light the lighter once more and watch this little guy. Ooh. It's a hot trick. We'll try it again. Watch this one. Watch the heat in the top of the flame as it causes one coin to really melt inside of the other. Actually burned my damn coin. But we'll get back to that in a second. Watch the last one. Remember I said this was wish paper. Instead of wishing for the coins to vanish, which that's the last one, let's wish that they go home. Like so. If you don't mind, just you can let go of the lighter. We'll take that and get rid of it. Remember I said we'll get the coins to go home? If you don't mind.
Nice.
Yeah, what do you find? 3 coins.
That's great.
You rock.
Thank you.
Now give me my money back. So I really hope you enjoyed the performance of Flash Coins Revisited. I'll be honest, I put this on a couple of different places. It was in my lecture notes, which came out in 2007. It was on my 3 DVD set, An Extension of Me. But I really wanted to give Illusionist customers an opportunity to check this out because it's a very dynamic routine. It has a lot of great visual elements that are indicative of my type of magic. You'll need a few things. You'll need a grab bag of magic. You'll need flash paper, which is available at illusionist.com. You'll need to compress those pieces of flash paper into pea-sized balls. The particular paper that I'm using today burns a little slower than usual. So if you get paper and you test it and it burns slowly, you'll want to roll it into tubes, like so. That way more paper burns at the same time. But pea-sized balls with a little tail is how I usually do it. You light the tail on fire, and when you, which sounds funny, but you light the tail on fire, and when you toss the paper in whichever direction, it has weight. That tail causes, the ball causes a little bit of weight, so it falls a lot heavier than if you were just to have the piece of paper extended or flat. So that's a little bit of conversation about the flash paper balls that we're going to use. As far as everything else, you'll need 3 coins that are all the same size, the same shape. In this instance, I'm using Walking Liberty $50. This is a Tan Anosaka style coin purse. You can get them at any magic dealer, and if Illusionist doesn't have them, I'm sure they will. You'll need a lighter, and because you're using fire and flash paper, I really encourage you, if you're underage, to get your parents' consent, or wait until you're 18, because you can burn yourself, you can burn your house, and I've been through it. Burn all the hair off the back of your hand, but we'll talk about that later. The last component, this is my baby. This is the modus operandi. This is how the trick is accomplished. This is a flipper coin and an expanded shell. Now, because the flipper coin isn't, it doesn't have to be a gravity flipper coin, you can use any type of flipper coin that you want. So you can get one of the ones from Johnson, or you can get a higher end one from Schoolcraft, Lassen, Roy Cooper's, depending on who you want to use. But you'll also need an expanded shell that matches not only the flipper coin, but the other coins that you're using as well. This is a special flipper coin and shell. It's of my design, provided by Jamie Schoolcraft. It's called the OXF, for a trick that I have on the market called the OxyClean coin routine, which you can see on my 3 DVD set. But the interesting thing for this routine, we'll talk about later. It's magnetic, so you have the ability to toss the entire unit into the air, which is very unique. Let's talk about the setup now. You open the Tan Anosaka style coin purse. You'll place the 3 coins into the purse in a spread on the bottom of the purse, like so. Then what you'll do is you'll take those pieces of paper, whether you have the pea-sized balls or if you have the small tubes, and you simply place those on top. Close the purse. This goes into my right pocket, your left pocket if you're right-handed. Then you take the flipper coin and the shell, along with the lighter, and you place that into the opposite pocket. Now, this is a routine that I do in restaurants all the time. So what I would do is I would have a bunch of these little purse setups so that at any point I can, if I want to do it at the next table, all I have to do is trade those out, put those 3 coins into it, and it just takes a couple of seconds. So this is a really cool routine for restaurants, cocktail parties, that kind of thing, a casual setting, or in a formal show if you have the pattern that really justifies some of this stuff. Now, I'm going to reach into the pocket to pull out the lighter. As I pull out the lighter, I'm also going to finger palm the expanded shell. Actually, you know what, let's take that back. Let's switch things over a little bit. Let's put these coins into this pocket, because I don't want to have to, I'll eliminate a move, but I'll show it to you anyway. So come out with it in your non-dominant hand. This is my right hand. It'll be your left hand. And the first action is, you say you're going to do something that they can do. You'll teach them something they can do, and then you'll show them something impossible. And it's just a gag that I learned from Jeff McBride. You show the fire, pretend to take it off simply by releasing the gas, tossing it into the air, and then lighting the lighter again. It gets a cute laugh. Hand the lighter to the spectator, and then reach in with your empty hand to pull out the flipper coin, the purse setup. Now, the reason I switched everything is because the original way that I used to do this trick was to pull this out, show this, after you do the gag, pull this out, and then when you place this down, you just shuttle this into the other hand using a hand wash sequence. But flipping everything around eliminates that move. But I'll go over the move just for completeness sake. You have this in finger palm, flip coin and shell. You show the hand empty, you massage the back of one hand, then you're gonna curl the hand around, the hands come together, they come to a 45-degree angle, then you curl the fingers in and turn the hand over. Up to speed, it just looks like this. And that gets the flipper coin and shell into the other hand. But again, you can eliminate that move just by flip-flopping the sequence. So you pull out the lighter out of your non-dominant hand that out with your free hand, reach into the pocket, pull out the purse setup, you're ready to rock. So now you have 2 options. At this point, you're gonna grab the 3 coins from the bottom of the purse. That way when you shake it, it makes no noise. Use the index finger and thumb of the hand holding out to dump all 4 pieces of flash paper out of the purse. You don't want them to see that there are coins inside, which is why if you have to, you just tilt it towards yourself so that you don't see the 3 coins, making sure that all of the pieces of flash paper fall to the table. Close the purse, place your your middle finger against the coin so that when you release with the thumb, it doesn't make noise as you slide the purse away, because you don't want the coins to jingle, yeah? Then you talk about the paper as being wish paper, and you can make any jokes that you want. I kept it pretty clean for you guys. So what happens from this point is you light the lighter, and you have the world's easiest coin production. All you have to do is turn the hand palm up. That's it. Just turn the hand palm up. This hand is shown completely empty. You light the paper, and you toss it towards the hand. It contacts the hand, and the coin is exposed. So from here to here. That's the first production. Now, in this instance, the shell is mouth down so that it can withstand a little bit more scrutiny than if it was mouth up, because they see a regular coin. Now, to produce the second coin, you turn the coin mouth up. Place the index finger and thumb on the part of the flipper coin that doesn't move, so that when you turn the hand over and give a little flick, the flipper coin opens. You place the insert of the flipper between the middle and the ring finger, like so. And all that happens to produce the second coin is the hand will drop. Because the hand is falling quicker than the shell can, the shell will dislodge, it'll be suspended in air for just a moment, and then follow quickly, and you'll get a nice audible clink. So it looks like this. Very easy, but very magical. Now, here and here, you may see parts of the insert. To keep that from being seen by your audience, simply curl the fingers in a bit. You're basically back clipping the coin, but you'll notice how that contours to the shape of the hand, so it's very difficult to see from any angle. Once again, you simply drop, and the coin will be produced simply by the expanded shell separating itself. So not only is the illusion visible, it's auditory. You actually hear the moment the coin is produced. Now, when you combine that with the flash paper of tossing, the illusion is perfect, because they see there's nothing else in the hands. They see there's no way that you can fit a coin inside of a piece of paper this small. When you light the flash paper, that's coin number 2. Now you want to show these coins up at the fingertips like so. The way I like to do this is I'm going to finger palm the expanded shell. I'm going to place my thumb on the shell of the flipper coin and then retrieve the insert to the flipper with the ring finger like so. Simply by curling the ring finger in until a part of it it's almost like it's going into a curl palm. And then you bring the ring finger back up and it straightens out the flipper coin so it looks like 2 coins. But slowly, it looks like this. Place your thumb under the flipper coin. Bring the flipper coin up so it looks like 2 coins from the front, and then simply finger palm that expanded shell. Up to speed, it would look like this. So there are 2 coins that you display at the fingertips. You don't make a move of it. All you're doing is taking those 2 coins, bringing up so that the audience can see that there's nothing in the other hand and that you only hold 2 coins. From this point, you produce the last coin in one of 2 ways. You can light the paper, and as you light the paper, bring the hand up and produce the coin simply by pushing the coin to the fingertips. Or you can do it palm up, simply by allowing the coin to go from finger palm to the palm of the hand. The reason I'm saying that there are 2 ways to do that, it depends on the proximity of your audience. If they're really close to you, you don't want to bring burning paper up to their heads. So you want to bring that close to yourself and away from their faces and away from people who might have hairspray, because it'll be disastrous. So you allow the paper to come towards your hand and you display it this way. So from here to here, or from here to here. I prefer the latter of doing it this way because it looks just as visual, it frames the effect nicely, and again, it takes your spectators out of danger. So we'll go ahead and perform that. So it's a very easy sequence, simply turning the hand palm up. You take the shell and you place it on top. So from the front, it looks like 3 coins. This is the expanded shell, this is the insert to the flipper, this is to the shell of the flipper. So from the front, it looks cool, but looks like crap from the back, all right? The first vanish is more of a retention of vision. The thumb is going to move the expanded shell at a diagonal towards the palm of the hand, like so. The back of your free hand is towards your audience. You come across this way, pretend to grab the coin, do the pull down, and then come away. Squeeze, the lighter is lit, and you pretend to cause the coin to vanish in the flame. So again, up to speed, it would look like this. It's framed nicely. The first coin vanishes. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to show these two coins as separate. The way I do this is I use the free hand to display the open flipper coin as if it was two coins. Remember that you still have the other coin, the expanded shell and finger palm. What's going to happen is you're going to close the flipper coin with one hand. The way this works is you're going to allow the thumb to release the pressure on the coin. So the insert of the flipper begins to close. You clip the portion of the flipper that doesn't move between the index finger and the middle finger. Release the thumb so that the flipper coin closes, and then re-grip with the thumb so it's held by the middle finger and the thumb. But the closing of the flipper happens behind the other hand. It shields the entire thing from view. So it's as if you're going to reach up to grab one of those coins, close the flipper coin, but place your thumb on the expanded shell and push the expanded shell towards the fingertips as you separate. But from the front, it simply looks like you're showing two coins, separating them to display them singly. So this is the flipper coin, this is the expanded shell. You place the flipper coin on top of but behind the expanded shell in preparation to nest. Now you're going to perform a move by Nathan Kranzo. It's in his Fire Coins routine, which the first place I saw it was on the Hit the Road DVD by Lee Asher and Aaron Fisher. So if you don't mind, thank you. All that happens is you're going to nest the flipper coin into the shell, but you have this really nice frame of the coin getting heated up by the lighter and one coin melting into the other. Now at this point, because this is an OXF gimmick, an OxyClean flipper coin, it's magnetic. So the shell is attracted to the magnet itself. Thank you. So once it touches the lighter, now you can toss the coin from hand to hand to show its singularity. You can't do that with a regular coin. However, once you perform this sequence, you can go into a coin roll so that the coins can be shown as a single coin, which is still a cool thing, but I think this is a little bit better. So OXF. All right, so the last vanish is essentially Jay Sankey's two-way toss with fire. You have the last piece of flash paper. When it touches the flame, you toss it towards the hand. At the same time, you're going to toss the other coin, the shelled coin, into the other hand. This is made easy by the OXF gimmick. However, with the shelled coin, just a regular shelled coin, simply by tossing the coin mouth up from hand to hand, it won't unnest, as long as you keep it mouth up. By talking when you do this, there won't be any noise, or any noise that there maybe would be covered by your patter. Plus, the idea of creating the illusion that this coin is going to completely vanish will supersede it. So I'll show you how it works, and it looks like that. Then I open the fingers, show the hand front and back slowly, and I place this coin into classic palm. Exposed view, let's take one more small piece of flash paper, and we'll try it once more so you can get another angle on that. All right, we'll take one more piece of flash paper. Would you mind trying it again? Then you classic palm this coin, and then you ask for the lighter back with the free hand, finger palm it. You can display it like this, and both go into the pocket. You bring attention to where the coins have arrived, and you allow the spectator to take the coins out. That would be your applause cue. And then from that point, you can either end, or you can go into any routine that requires 3 coins. At this point, you can even steal another coin or another gaff as you go to place this into the pocket to continue on. So that's Flash Coins Revisited. This is a killer trick. Please give it at least one try, if you're over 18. Now, what's going to happen is really simple. Each of these coins can do its own special trick. Well, let's see. Actually, we'll just use these two. We'll just use these two. I was going to use a third, but we don't need it. We'll start off with this little guy, the copper coin. Watch the hand and watch the coin. All I have to do is hold the coin in the hand and give it a wave. It makes it look like the coin vanishes. It doesn't. It just hangs in the air. Give a little squeeze. It comes right back.
Do it again.
No, it's not. Watch this one. I'll do it slowly. All you have to do is give it a squeeze and toss, and it vanishes. But it comes right back. Now again, that's the trick that they do individually. I'll show you a trick that they do together. All you have to do is remember, silver on this side, copper on this side. Silver on this side, copper on this side. Cool? I touch the thumbs together. Silver on this side, copper on this side. The coins trade places. Dude, I don't get offended if you respond in any kind of way. Show human emotion. It's okay. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, let's do this in your hands. Oh, are you left or right-handed? Perfect. Come a little closer, dude. I want you to see this. 2 coins, copper and silver. Slowly close your hand around them and turn the hand palm down. Take your index finger and thumb and reach in and take out either coin, either the copper or the silver coin. So you got the silver, which means that the copper coin is inside. Squeeze tight. That way there's no way I can get to the coin. All you have to do is watch that spot. Watch. No homo. Slowly turn the hand over, and then one finger at a time. Slowly open the hand, and the coins change places. And of course, you can check them out. Guys, I really appreciate you letting me waste your time. It's awesome. Great to meet each of you. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you one of these. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before. This is actually a solid silver $1/2. Actually, let's change it. Let's make it a whole dollar. I give it a little squeeze. That'll be one. All right. Now remember, there's nothing up the sleeves, nothing else in the hands. But watch right about there. Just there. That would be a second little coin. Let's try it one more time with one of these. So that's 3. 3 little coins. We'll place them into the hand, and if you watch right there, the first one comes out. The interesting thing is, in order for a coin to arrive inside of this hand, it has to go up the arm, across the shoulders, and down the other side to arrive at the fingertips. And if you don't hear them go across, they do, and that ends up being all 3. Which makes you wonder why I even keep this hand open in the first place. Watch this little guy. I'll give it a little squeeze. And it goes. Leaves just 2 little coins. Watch this one. I'll take it as well. Give it a little squeeze. Now this coin likes to play. You'll actually see it go from here, up to here, and then back before I actually place it into the hand, give it a little squeeze, and cause that little guy to completely vanish. Can I trust you with this?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you know how to operate one. Yeah, it is? Really?
No, I've only been arrested in Romania.
Only several times. One more little piece. These little pieces of paper are special. It's what I call wish paper. Anytime you touch one of these to a flame, it changes into just about anything you want. If you guys are like me, you're always looking for money. I'll show you something. Go ahead and give it a little flick. And watch. This is a solid silver $1/2, kind of like the ones we were using just a moment ago.
Yep. No.
Awesome. We'll try it again. First, make sure there's absolutely nothing inside of the paper and nothing else inside of the hand.
There's nothing in front of this paper.
Yeah?
Nothing.
Go ahead and light it one more time and watch. That's 2. We'll try it once more. Go ahead and give it another little light.
We can spend much more time together, you and I. If paper can tell me money, I need to get married.
So 3 little coins. Light it once more and watch the first coin. That's 1. Logic would dictate that leaves 2. Now remember that these little coins started off as pieces of paper that came from this empty coin purse.
Yes.
Watch the next one. And of course the heat from the flame.
I'm getting scared now.
because it causes one coin to melt inside of the other.
Get out. What is going on?
And watch the last one. Oh, go ahead and light it. No, no problem. Try it again. There we go. Whew.
It's gone.
Perfect. And watch. Inside of the lighter, inside of the purse. Here, go ahead and check it out. Open them up.
Amazing.
It's interesting, yeah?
Honey, much more than that.
High five.
Oh, better than that.
Good for you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you,
You are
ladies.
so cool.
I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for letting me share that with you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Now, throughout this entire process, I know what you might end up saying to yourself. Well, hey, if I can use a gaff to accomplish this, why do I have to learn that difficult sleight of hand? The reason is because the use of gaffs never equal a self-working effect. Gaffs take practice. You have to get them to look natural. You have to get to the point where your audience won't suspect that you're using a tricky coin. The reason I say that is because as you perform magic, your audience is going to get used to your style. About 2 or 3 routines in, they're going to begin to anticipate some things. So if everything that you're doing looks like a miracle, when you introduce a gaff, it'll fall right into play. Now, if everything you do looks like skill, and then all of a sudden something completely changes, and that looks like, hold on, that looks entirely too clean, or they'll say that looks too real, it becomes too perfect. And when those instances happen, that's when they begin to not suspect that you've created the magic, but the items in their hands or on the table has done it. And then that's when you might get caught with a gaff. So just because it's a gaff doesn't make it self-working. What you want to work towards doing is incorporating just the right amount of sleight of hand with just the right gaffs at just the right point to really lead them down that garden path and then turn the hoses on them. So, I'm assuming at this point you don't have the gaffs in hand. If you do, great. But if you don't, the next question becomes, well, how much is this going to cost me? For a copper silver coin, for a flipper coin, for a shell or a set of coins including a shell. I'd like to give you a little bit of help with that. You've got 3 tiers of gaffs. Each are a different cost, each at a different quality. When you first start, you want a set of coins that are nice and durable, that will work every single time you use it. They don't require a lot of practice, and the quality is definitely on par. I would tell you to start with a standard flipper coin. Start with a standard expanded shell. Start with a standard copper silver coin. Johnson Products is the gold standard in magic. Everything that they put together is fairly inexpensive. The quality is terrific. It's what I started with. And you're not going to be too terribly upset if you either lose the coins or drop them and ruin them. The next step up would be Tango coins. They're a little bit more expensive than the Johnson coins. The quality is a little bit above the Johnson coins. And again, if you lose one of those coins, you're not going to be terribly upset. Then you've got the gold standards. You've got Roy Cooper's in Canada. You have Jamie Schoolcraft in California. You have Todd Lassen out in Colorado. These guys make the best of the best. You also have other manufacturers. You have Theory, Thierry, and Xavier Belmont. Both of those guys are out in France, and they also do excellent work on par to both Jamie Schoolcraft, Todd Lassen, and Roy Cooper's in Canada. These are the most expensive coins. This is the kind of magic you want to get into once you know the routine, once you know how it works. You've done it enough times that you're comfortable with not dropping the coins. You don't have to worry about that. And now you can get some custom work. So instead of using a Kennedy head $50 and an English penny, let's say you want to use a barber head $50 or a African dime. You can do that now. It'll cost you a little bit more money, but these are like the Ferraris in coin magic. They cost a little bit more, but once you're ready for them, they'll be ready for you. So this is a discussion about coin gaffs. Let's start with, I consider a coin hat. A hollowed out coin that fits on top of another coin is called a shell. There are two types of shells. There's an expanded shell, which fits over top of a regular coin. And then there's a non-expanded shell, which is the same circumference or the same diameter as a regular coin. I have a couple with me. This is a unexpanded shell. This is an expanded shell for Walking Liberty $50. Basically what happens is they'll hollow out a coin by using one coin. They don't expand it at all, so it's literally just a hollowed out coin. It will not fit on top of the coin because once again it is the exact same diameter. An expanded shell has gone through a process. This is an expanded shell for Walking Liberty $50. This coin has been not only hollowed out but stretched a little bit. And this one even has a bit of Teflon so that when you place the coin inside, it nests silently. If you were going to use a non-expanded shell, you'd have to get these coins cut down a little bit so that the rim of the coin, right about here, is taken off completely, and then the edges are remilled so it still looks like a regular coin. That way this can fit directly on top. If you want to use an expanded shell, you can use any regular coin, and that expanded shell, which has been stretched out a little bit, will fit directly on top. Over here, I have another type of shell, well, just larger. This is an unexpanded shell for Morgan silver dollar. Once again, they are the exact same size and thickness. It's just that the inside of the coin has been hollowed out. The expanded shell has been stretched out a bit so that it fits directly on top of that regular coin, but the same thing is true. If you want to use an unexpanded shell, you have to cut off some of that rim and place that directly on top. But again, the expanded shell, you can use any regular coin. And then I just have a regular Kennedy head $50 so I can show you one other very interesting difference. Silver coins can be shown front and back casually, like this, as a flash. So if you were to toss the coin into the air, you would see silver through and through. With a Kennedy head $50 or with a English penny shell, on the underside of the coin, there's copper. So you have to be cognizant of making sure that your audience doesn't see the underside of this particular gaff. Now that we understand some of those, let's talk about how to use them in the instance where they get damaged during a performance. Now let's talk about a new type of a gimmick. Oh, something new to this DVD. A way to show a coin on the palm of the hand and in a moment's notice change it into a completely different coin without any sleight of hand whatsoever. That's what you get with this little guy. On this side it looks like a silver coin. On this side it looks like a copper coin. Think of it as a double facer for coins. There are two coins that have been cut into slivers, fused permanently together to create what we generally call a copper-silver coin. There are a ton of different combinations. You can have a silver coin on this side, copper side on this side. There are other types of gaffs, like sun and moon coins that we're not going to get to in this DVD, but you can do some research and find out about them. There are going to be some really cool miracles using this little guy. So you're in the middle of a performance and you hear the terrible sound of a shell hitting a table, hitting the floor, or hitting concrete. It's a bad look. It's a terrible look. The question becomes, what do you do? How do you fix this so that you can carry on later on in the day or later on in the week? There are two scenarios. One scenario is once you've picked up that dinged shell and you place it back into a coin and the coin becomes stuck inside of the shell. What you can do is you can take a glass, any glass, place the coins inside and just shake them so they dislodge. You don't want to shake with a lot of force because that can break the glass and cut the hand, causing injury. So you want to do it just enough force to cause the coins to separate. As soon as they do, there's a process that you can go through to repairing the shell, which would have been the second scenario. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look around the shell's edge to see where that ding could be. Let's say there was a rough spot here or a flat spot here. You're going to notice that there's an indentation in the shell that would cause it to hang up against the other coin. You're going to need to pull that out. There are a couple of ways you can do this. You can take a spoon and use the bowl of the spoon as you hold it against a flat surface and push it out. And continue pushing it out until that flat spot has curved out once more. Another way you can do this is by placing the coin, the expanded shell or the regular shell, mouth up. Drape a silk handkerchief directly on top of the coin and then place a regular coin directly inside of it and push until the coin is stuck inside of the silk. Then what you want to do is you want to knead the coin around in a circular motion while inside of the silk, inside of the shell, until the coin becomes nice and loose. The coin will still be stuck, but what you're doing is you're working that area around. And from that point, you'll pull the silk taut, causing the coin to pop out of the shell. And then you'll take a look at that area to see if the that flat spot has rounded out. Now, in those instances, it is possible to take a more drastic approach. Once you've narrowed it out, sometimes instead of the sides, the edges of the coin, the shell being up and down, they bow outward when you go through this process. Another way to get the coin to get the shell to bow outward like this would be to simply take your thumb and push in the very center of the coin. What that causes the shell to dent inward and the edges of the shell to come out, which will help in that process. To get the edges to come back in to an up and down vertical position, you take the edge of the coin and simply roll it on the edge of the table with a little bit of force. Not so much force that it causes your hand to shake, but enough force that you can feel the coin slowly coming back into shape. The test to see if that's actually taking place, of course, would be to place the coin back into the shell. Now, if you're in a situation where the shell stays stationary and you're able to rotate the coin within the shell, that's how you know the shell is ready for performance. If there are any snags, if you can feel the coin hesitate at any point, repeat any of these steps until you get the coin to a position where it's able to rotate freely inside of your shell. So that's how to repair a dinged shell. There is a special coin, a gaffed coin, on the market, which will allow you to show a single coin and immediately turn it into two coins. But at a moment's notice, it'll look like a single coin. While you can do the same effect with a shell, you wouldn't be able to hand that out for examination. Bob Swadling came up with a trick called double deception, wherein he combined a shell with a folding coin. That's what we now call a flipper coin. a combination of a folding coin. So it's just cut once. This is a laser cut coin. So it's cut here with one fold. And part of the coin is stuck with double stick tape inside of the shell of the coin, like so. So that when you hold the coin in any natural position, it handles as if it was a single coin. But with a moment's notice, with a flip, hence flipper coin, the insert of the flipper coin pops out so that it looks like two coins. Simply by releasing, the coin wants to close in on itself to look like a single coin. There are two types of flipper coins. You have a standard or regular flipper coin, and you have what's become commonly known as a gravity flipper coin. Let's talk about both. The type of coin will depend on the internal mechanism. Anyone familiar with a folding coin knows that the two, maybe three pieces of that coin are held together with a very small dental rubber band. A dental rubber band looks a little something like this. All right. These are dental rubber bands. What happens is, and I'll pop this out. What happens is, on a gravity flipper coin, the mechanics are internal. You would take this little band and you would place it around this internal mechanism. And if I was to stretch this out a little bit, you can see how the two pieces are stuck together, like so. On a standard flipper coin, the mechanism is on the outside, and it would go all the way around the lip. You'll notice that on this coin, you have milling. This is not going to be the case for a standard flipper. I'll show you one of those just here. This is a Bob Swaddling flipper coin. And you'll notice how the band goes all the way around the outside edge, like so. But even though that's the case, this is still a gravity flipper coin, but we'll talk about this one in just a moment. Because we were discussing the differences between the two. Because of the internal mechanism on a gravity flipper coin, there's less tension on that flipper. So that when you place these two together, and this is just a piece of double stick tape that keep them in place. So if you were to hold it like so and simply drop, it wants to stay open, which will allow you to place the flipper coin onto the table flat, like so. But because it still has the band on it, it will close. A standard flipper coin has a lot more tension because it's on the outside edge, and that tension wants it to stay closed. So if you were to try to place a standard flipper coin down in this position, it would want to close. So it would typically end up in this position and then snap shut on you as soon as you moved your hand. So there are certain moves that are possible with a gravity flipper coin that you simply can't do with the standard. And on this DVD, we'll talk about the differences. Most routines, you can use a standard, but wherever you need a gravity, I'll let you know. Excellent. So now that you've banded the two parts to the flipper coin, we'll talk quickly about how to affix this insert to the flipper into the shell of the flipper. There are two ways. You can use super glue, or my preferred method is to use Scotch tape or a double stick tape. You'll simply cut off a length just wide enough to go across this portion, the part of the flipper coin that's going to be affixed to the shell of the flipper coin. Take an X-Acto knife and trim all of the access to create a half moon shape, and then you trim the access just like that. And then what you want to do is take the shell and orient it in such a way that you can remember where this part's going to go. I like to place that part on the top of the head of the coin that I'm using, regardless of whether it's a Walking Liberty or a Morgan dollar or a Kennedy head $50, and place that flush against the top. And when I say flush, meaning that there's no space along the inside edge of the shell. And then to confirm that, you want to push in and then push forward at a 45-degree angle so that you're pushing down at a diagonal towards the front of the shell, ensuring that the coin is really tight inside. So push down and at a diagonal, and then squeeze it in as you continue to push forward, really tight, so that the coin works for you. You'll know that the gravity flipper is ready when you can place the coin down and it will adhere. But if you were to toss it into the air, it closes. So that's how to put a gravity flipper coin together. Now let me show you how to actually put the band on one of these coins. I'll use the other flipper coin for that. We'll take this bad boy apart. I'll break the band on this one. Or actually, I shouldn't have to break it. It should just pop right off. There we go. There we are. So here's how to take the rubber band and place the two pieces of the flipper coin together. All you have to do is take your dental rubber band, which will be available at illusionist.com, and you're simply going to place it on the inside of the rubber band. Take the inside of the rubber band and just place it along the track provided for you on the inside of the flipper coin. The large portion first, which will make it a lot easier to get the bigger portion. So from here to here. Now it's completed. I like to give it a couple of flicks back and forth to make sure it's on track so that it doesn't pop off. And then again, you just take that piece of double stick tape. Actually, I'll take a small piece of this. I'll rip it in half so I have a little extra tackiness onto this one, even though it already has some on it. All right, let's pull this back a bit. And that, I think, will do it. I'll take that small piece and place it just here. And then take that piece of double stick tape on that small piece and affix it to the top. Give it a squeeze and a push and a squeeze. And I think that flipper coin is ready to rock. So that's how you assemble either a gravity or a standard flipper coin. Guys, you made it. You made it through 3 volumes of metal. At the end of this DVD, not only do you have a solid foundation, you have some great routines. Now you found ways to weave sleight of hand with gaff magic so that you can lead them down that garden path, then turn the hoses on them. All right, so I want to say thank you to Jason and to Brad at Illusionist. This has been an awesome time. I've had a great time here in Austin, Texas. I also want to say thank you to Peter McKinnon and his production team for making this DVD look pretty awesome. And also, thanks to the guys here at The Dig. This is an awesome place. If you're ever in Austin, Texas, drop by, give them your business. They deserve it. Thank you for purchasing this DVD. Until next time, I'm Eric. So since you've purchased or downloaded this DVD, you're going to get a special code which will allow you to go onto the Illusionist forum to a specific section dedicated to Metal 3. That way you can voice your opinions, give some comments, feedback about things that you've encountered while performing some of the routines on Metal 3. I'll be dropping in periodically to see what you guys have to say, offer any advice that you might need and things of that nature. And the link to how you can get that should be on the bottom of your screen. Adversely, you can send me an email and I'll be happy to answer any questions, comments, or concerns you may have. My personal email address is eric@ericjonesmagic.com, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Thank you again for purchasing Metal 3.